What is up, everyone? Oscar here with a new video. Before I get into it, though, I'd like to remind you all to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and share this video. And today's video will be talking about who made the team for the Washington football team and who didn't. So let's get into it. So on the quarterback side of things, it'll be Dwayne Haskins, QB1, Kyle Allen, QB2, and Alex Smith, QB3. The final cut was Steven Montez. He is the odd man out, and there is no surprise here. Dwayne Haskins, got the nod from Coach Ron Rivera, got his vote of confidence, so he will be stepping in. But keep in mind, Dwayne, that if you, and this goes for Kyle Allen, if both of you do not, prove to be the answer that the Washington football team needs, then Alex Smith will take your spot. So, he is QB3, but if you guys don't prove yourselves or prove to not be the answer at the quarterback position, don't be surprised that Alex Smith takes the position. Next up is the running back position. So Adrian Peterson has been cut, and that was something that that's unfortunate. Everyone thought that he would make the team, but it seems that Ron Rivera is going for the younger guys, leaving Antonio Gibson, J.D. McKissick, Bryce Love, and Peyton Barber. Of course, we know that Ron Rivera loves the guys that can catch out of the backfield and run with the football. So that's what J.D. McKissick and what Antonio Gibson can do. Of course, Antonio Gibson is now a baby Christian McCaffrey. So we'll just see how that goes. I'm curious to see how Bryce Love does, just because there wasn't any preseason game. I wonder if, how many carries he gets this year. Peyton Barber is also a guy to watch and see how many carries he gets. But right now um the running back room seems that Antonio Gibson will be starting, followed by J.D. McKissick, and then Bryce Love, and then Peyton Barber. So the wide receiver position, here are the cuts that didn't make the team: Tony Brown, Jonathan Johnson, Jester Way, Trey Quinn, Cam Sims. So that leaves Terry McLaurin, AGG, Dontrell Inman, that's three, Steven Sims Jr., and another free agent undrafted rookie free agent signing in. Give me 1 second here. What's his name? I don't want to get the Isaiah Wright, who's proved to be, he was, from what I'm hearing, going to be a punt returner. But I'm curious to see how he does. I hear that he has been a beast in training camp. So of course that will show a lot of promise. So of course we're only sticking with 5 wide receivers. I'm curious to see what we do on the waiver wire, if we're going to pick up anyone. It is reported that Ron Rivera does not want to go after Mohamed Sanu. So I'm curious to see what we're going to do, if we're going to add another wide receiver, and who. So then let's move on to the tight end position. The guys that didn't make the team are Hal Henges and Richard Rodgers. Again, I was surprised that Richard Rodgers wasn't. I wasn't surprised that Richard Rodgers wasn't going to make the team. Again, not a good tight end, even though he's made spectacular catches. But that was, he's not the same guy. Injured the last 2 years. Hal Hedges is more of a surprise because he did, prove to be a good guy to throw to in the games that he played last year. So let's look at the guys that did. Logan Thomas is the number one, and then we have Marcus Baugh, and he's been balling. Marcus Ball has been balling. Been able to make spectacular catches. So I'm curious to see what he does on game day. Jeremy Sprinkle, I'm surprised that he's not one of the guys that left or got cut, because he has butter hands. He has butter hands. So maybe, I don't know. We'll see what he has to do, what he'll do. Hopefully he doesn't have the butter hands this year, because he's had the opportunity to make great catches but drops them because he has horrible hands. So let's see if he improves this year. So let's move on to the offensive line. The cuts were Ross Piercebacher, Joshua Garnett, Paul Adams, Timon Paris, David Steinmetz, and so we'll see. At left tackle, has the left side is questionable. We're gonna have Jerron Christensen and Wes Martin start. So that is the answer right now. Of course, Sadiq Charles is injured at the present moment. So no, and then Wes Schweitzer will be backing up Wes Martin. So then let's have the centers: Chase Roulier, no surprise there. Brandon Sheriff at right guard, no surprise there. Morgan Moses, he better not freeze up and talk, because he likes to talk a lot, but he doesn't back up his words. So hopefully he doesn't freeze up. And of course, Keith Ishmael is another backup center. Of course, I said that Sadiq Charles is injured, and Wes Schweitzer is the backup. Cornelius Lucas is a surprise, and so is David Sharp. We traded for by with the Raiders, so I completely forgot about him. He's also made the team. Cornelius Lucas is to me, it's a surprise, because I hear that he wasn't doing that well in training camp. So yeah, that is the only surprise that I have with the offensive line. So let's move on to the defensive players. So final cuts. David Bada is, and David Bada, who is the German player that we had to sign because we were a part of this international football thing. I don't know what the proper term is for, but of course Jonathan Allen will start there, and then we got Daron Payne, Matt Ioannidis, and Tim Settle. So that is not a surprise for me. Those will be. I'm excited to see those guys play in a 4-3 scheme. Because we have been in the 3-4 the last 10 years, I think. Ever since let me see, what's this guy's name? Ever since Bruce Allen and Mike Shanahan and all those. So I'm curious to see what we do in the scheme in the 4-3 scheme with those guys up in the front. Of course, David Botto will be placed on the practice squad. So of course, because of the German. The European thing. Cuts are Nate Orchard, Jordan Brailford as well. So now we got some more pass rushers. Montez Sweat and of course Chase Young, our first round picks from Chase Young from this year, and of course Montez Sweat from last year. Very excited to see what those two will be the most explosive guys. Those are going to be in my opinion, those two guys will lead the Washington football team defense in sacks. So I'm curious to see. I'm excited to see those guys. Ryan Anderson will also be switching from linebacker to defensive end as well. James Smith Williams is one of the seventh round picks that we got from, I think it was this year. So I'm very curious to see what he does. So next up is hold on. Let me see here. So next up is the linebacking core. Final cuts are Jared Norris and Donald Payne. No surprise there. So we're gonna have Kevin Pierre-Louis. Let me see who else here. Thomas Davis as Thomas Davis and Thomas Davis also is gonna have that veteran presence in the room at linebacker. One of the most experienced guys there, along with John Bostic, but we'll get into that. Cole Holcomb will also be on the team. Sean Dion Hamilton, I'm very excited to see him play. I mean, I'm a Madden player, and I always, for some reason, somehow not Ryan Anderson, Sean Dion Hamilton always gets a sack when I play with the defense. So I'm very excited to see him break out. Khalil Hudson is another linebacker that made it. Um, John Bostic, who also talked a little bit about him just a few moments ago, he got re-signed by the Washington football team. I think it was like another 1 year or 2 year deal, so I'm not really mad about that. Reuben Foster was placed on injured reserve, so his season is done. It's very, very unfortunate that he won't be able to showcase his skills. Maybe we can bring him back on a 1 year deal, even though I really don't think so, because this was his final year of his rookie deal. So then let's move on to the cornerback room. No surprises here. Final cuts: Ryan Lewis, Ryan Anderson, Aaron Colbin, leaving Kendall Fuller, Fabian Ronald Darby, Fabian Moreau, Jimmy Moreland. Let me see who else. And Danny Johnson, who was a surprise. And of course, Danny Johnson and Greg Stroman there. So, not many surprises here. Actually, no, I take that back. Danny Johnson is a surprise. I actually didn't see him making the roster. Um, he has had multiple injuries, and but yeah, again, not many surprises. But here are the surprises at safety that's coming up. So Sean Davis, Jeremy Reeves, and of course Sean Davis, was the guy that we signed. I think it was a 2 year deal for $4 million. So and he is a veteran that we really needed, but I guess he got showed up by Troy Apke, who made the team, along with Landon Collins as well. Landon Collins came in last year. Deshavier Everett, who's a special teams guy, so he probably won't get many starts, even though he has played up to par. I remember he's had a few interceptions here and there, but he's more of a special teams guy. The rookie Cameron Curl, I'm curious to see what he does. I hear that he's been balling out in preseason, so this is interesting. Something I forgot to mention in the cornerback section. So Kendall Fuller is injured, so I'm curious to see again who and if we pick up someone on the waiver wire. Video. Hope to get out a video talking about that later today if we sign anyone. And again, I apologize for sending this a little late. I know it's about almost a day later, but I was kind of busy yesterday, so I wasn't able to film or record anything yesterday after my video yesterday. But here I am. So the special teams unit, no cuts. So as expected, we will have Nick Sundberg as a snapper. No surprise there. Trust Way, who is our only Pro Bowler and All Pro last year. Um, so, good punter. And then Dustin Hopkins, who, you know, is, I think, 80% accurate with his field goal kicks. So, no cuts there. I'm excited, guys. What do you guys think about the 53-man roster? Again, no surprises for the most part. We do got to fill up some holes like cornerback, as I said. Kendall Fuller is injured, so he may or may not play for week 1. And again, I will post a video talking about who we sign off the waiver wire if it is newsworthy. But until then, guys, this is, like this video, subscribe to my channel, and share this video and turn on post notifications so that way you know when I post a new video. Until next time, guys, I will see you. Until next time, guys, thank you for tuning in. Peace.